Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Macroine for Days here. Also, Maver94. You may have seen me on some other channels like Creative Duelist and I'm Wubble. Just here for a deck profile. It's my first video. Thought I'd get started with the deck profile. One of my favorite decks. Also my name, Macroine for Days. This is my macro deck. It does fairly well at locals. Usually I'm over 500 with it. If you have any suggestions, just let me know. Could always use improvements. But I'll get started with some monsters. Alright, first I have one DD Survivor. Good card, you can special summon it, but I always seem to draw at the wrong time. That's why I'm only running one. And I don't need special summoning that much because I don't use my extra deck for this. One DD Scout Plane. Anytime it's removed from play, get special summon at the end phase. Good protection, your life points. One Marshmelon. As you'll see later on, this deck's kind of like a macro burn deck. So Marshmelon's always good. It minus 1,000 when your opponent attacks it face down, and it's just a good protection card for your life points. Stays out, can't be destroyed by battle. One Banisher of the Radiance. It's a good card to have when you don't have Macrocosmos on the field. All cards are removed from play instead. Also, not a bad attack. I'm running two DD Assailants. They have a good effect. You always set them face down, and when your opponent attacks them, you can remove this card and your opponent from play. So it's a good protection. Three Cyber Valleys. A good draw engine, and if not that, a good stall engine. Three effects. One, if it's targeted from attack, banish it in battle phase, draw a card. Two, you can banish it in another monster, draw two cards. So it goes good with macro, because not only you're removing cards from play, but you can also draw more cards, get to those Macrocosmos and those beaters. Alright, one Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer. Obvious there, it's a beater. Remove two cards from the graveyard if it inflicts damage to your life points, and your opponents can't remove any cards from play that they choose, so not bad. Running two Helios the Primordial Sun. Never can really get these guys powered up too much. I always draw them early game, but I'm running them because they're good to special summon with Macrocosmos, so it's just a good thing to have because special summoning helps protect your life points in bad situations. One Needleworm for right now. Needleworm, get Macrocosmos out. Flip Needleworm. It's attacked. You flip it. Whatever. That's 5 cards instantly on your opponent's deck removed from play. No longer a threat. Also fuels your DD Dynamites, which I'll show you later for the burn aspect of this deck. Two Warrior Ladies. Anytime this card battles, it doesn't just have to be attacked like Assailant. Anytime this card battles an opponent, you can remove it and the monster from play after damage calculation. So, important card right there. Alright, these next three is the most important card in the deck as far as I'm concerned. The Grenmaju Deizas. These are your beaters. These are your everything. It's all about getting these guys as powered up as possible. What I like to do late game is, when I have about 15 or more cards removed from play this guy face down. 15 cards removed from play, that's 6,000 defense. Your opponent doesn't even see it coming. I've won matches before against my friends and in locals where you just set him face down, let your opponent attack it, boom, instant, huge loss of life points, and you get game. It's a good beater to have. Great card. Two Battle Faders. There's so many spells and traps in this deck. A lot of times you'll draw out. Or not draw out, but you'll dead draw. So Battle Fader is good to have if you don't draw any monsters, and you just have him in your hand to protect your life points if you have no monsters on the field. So that's important. Alright, now for the spells. You got a Grand Convergence, good with Macrocosmos, destroys all monsters on the field. Basically another Dark Hole, but I only run one because it has to have Macrocosmos on the field to work. Two MSTs, stop any back row so you can get your beater Grenmaju to attack safely. It's very important. Two Soul Absorptions, believe it or not. This card actually comes in really good handy. It's really good, and 500 life points every time a card's removed from play, and you're removing so much stuff from play. That's a 500. I mean, you use a Soul Release, that's 2,500 life points instantly, at the best. And if you have two out, we're talking huge amount of life points. So, good card right there. Two Soul Release. Used to run 3, but they became kind of a dead draw once you have a lot of cards removed from play already. So 2, up to 5 cards removed from play, so you can use it even late game just to get another extra card or 2 removed from play if you need to. So it's a good card to have. Fuels your soul absorption if you ever need a couple life points. Right there. 1 Pot of Duality, obvious. 1 Dark Hole. Well, you know, destroy all monsters, get them removed from play, get more fuel for your Grand Magi and your DD Dynamites. 1 DD Reincarnation, drop a card, you know, drop that card, remove it from play. Summon a monster in attack position. Basically, you're Call the Haunted for your macro decks. 1 Torrential Tribute comes in handy when your opponent's getting a lot of monsters out and you barely have any, because this deck doesn't really special a lot, so very important card to protect yourself. Also, again, it's fuel for those DD Dynamites, very important aspect. Alright, then you got 3 Macrocosmos. Obvious there. It's your engine to remove cards from play. That's straightforward right there. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. You don't sink or XZ in this deck, so running 2 of these is important. It'll stop your opponent from specially summoning any high beaters, and it removes them from play. Enough said. 1 Magic Cylinder. Burn aspect. Negate an attack, subtract the attack points from your opponent's life points. Works well in this deck. Alright. 3 DD Dynamites. You maybe wonder why I'm running 3. Well, think about this. 1 Needleworm can remove 5 cards from your opponents from play. That, with the DD Dynamite, is 1,500. That alone, just a Needleworm with the DD Dynamite. So 3 DD Dynamites, that's 4,500. That's over half their life points. But think about it late game when they have a ton of cards removed from play. These cards come in great handy. Won a couple duels for me. 1D Prison. And this deck runs better than Sekiretssu because it removes the monster straight from play. And 1 Mirror Force. You know, straightforward. Destroy all monsters when an attack comes. Alright. And that's my macro deck right there. Pretty straightforward, pretty standard macro deck. If you got any tips, let me know. I also have an extra deck, just in case I ever feel like XZing. No synchros though. You know, I got a number 39 Utopia, 2 Zen Meisters, 2 Leviathans, and 1 Illuminite. Don't really ever go into these, but if I feel like it, I'll go into them. So it's whatever. So yeah, that's it. This is my first video. I'll expect a couple more videos from me coming up soon, a couple more deck profiles. Let me know what you think. Give me any tips to help me out. I'm just starting. And thanks for watching.